Hello, everyone. Hello, you guys. Guys, I am back. Am I strong? Oh, am I strong? All right. So, for some housekeeping, guys, welcome and please do subscribe. Press that subscribe button right now before we even go into the video itself. And please don't forget to like the video, share the video, and leave us a comment down below. Yes. Guys, yesterday we've heard the president talking, and what I could gather is that, guys, we are still going to be on this homeschooling thing. Like, yes. So, whilst we at it, let's just, make use of some pointers as to, bettering our skills of homeschooling and being on this. Let's just share down on the comments below as to what you up to, what can we do, what can I do personally, because I'm putting my work out there for you guys to like help me improve, Yeah, yes. So there is a very strong emphasis on activities that involve problem solving, you guys. So I wanted for us to see and do something about that. We want to introduce our children, make sure that our kids, they actually have activities that will teach them about problem solving, because companies out there, they no longer want people who memorize their way out of school. They want you to be able to be a problem solver. So that made me to think and realize that, okay, let us teach our children how to be problem solving skills, because if we don't teach them, I promise you they will not know how to be good problem solvers. So let us just make use of some tips as to how to go about doing that. So in other words, be sure that your kids spend time interacting with a variety of material that represent mathematical ideas and processes in not one way, but many different ways, you guys. It's very important. And most importantly, your child must share their knowledge with you step by step, if it's necessary. Like, what I mean by that, your child must learn to give you their thinking process. If they working on something, they must not just give you an answer. It must not just be a 2, mommy, or a 1, mommy, but they must tell you how did they get to the 1? How did they get there? So teach them to talk, teach them to share their thought process. It's not a very easy thing. It's it's a skill that you need to teach your children to be able to voice out their thought processes. Yeah? So yes, with that being said, I have games here, you guys, that I would want to introduce to you. First of all, in order for you to have this to last, you want to actually create a game and laminate it, and make sure that you like I said, it's a board game, guys. So it's kind of obvious that you will have to have a board or some kind of a board. You might not have actually like the one that I have. I used a masonite for the base, and for the sides I used these small planks. I don't know what they called, but then you can put them together with what's that thing called? Glue. Yes, you can glue them together, or you can use what are those sharp things? Oh my word, English, come back. Hello. Yes, these things, the sharp things. Oh, yes, the nails. They nailed my Lord. Yes, how can I forget? Yes, the nails, I used the smallest nails. So what you do is you just want to make it interesting, you guys. Put some effort. I promise you it will pay off. They love these games, these people. So make them nice and interesting, like put some paint, make it colorful. I mean, you have a very strong competition because we both know that our kids are so highly stimulated because like the games and everything that takes the attention away, they put effort, those people. So is us as parents. If we want our children to spend time to stuff that we teaching them or want them to learn, let us also put just as much effort. So with all that being said, we're going to talk board games. I've already showed you some of the ones that I'm using in my class. So I want us to make board games for our children. Like, a reason being, you guys, playing games is so much more than it being just a fun activity for kids. Kids learn so much problem-solving skills while playing games, you guys. And sometimes, language and life skills as well. Because, like I said, they must give you the thought process. They can't just tell you, now this is a win. How did you go about winning? Have them to talk. They must get used to talking. They must interact. They must, talk to you. As much as you can give a child to go and sit by themselves and do this activity, this game activity, but when they come back, they must tell you how did they get to the winning point, how do they get to the answer. They must be able to say that and be mindful of the age as well. So they will be able to only give you that according to their age, So also, during the course of the days previously, it has come to my attention that I am not the only one that is homeschooling more than one child, because I have two in my class, or whatever you call it. If you understand what I mean by class. Yes, I have two. And if you have more than one, you obviously have a problem right there. And problem being, they're not at the same level cognitively. So it means that when you're talking to the other one might just be bored because perhaps you have dumbed it down to the level of the little one, or you have upped the notch, so the other one feels like, oops, what is mommy saying? And they will start becoming destructive in your class and making sure that you lose control. And we don't want to have that feeling. It's the worst feeling ever. So board games come in very handy to solve those kind of problems. When you feel like, okay, I need one-on-one with another kid, then give the other one the board game so that they be alone by themselves whilst you are still explaining something to the other child. So obviously, I'm not saying this is the only solution to that problem, but I am saying that board games could also be part of solutions to. In fact, you can even share what you think we can use instead of board games, and what are you using at the moment, to solve that kind of a problem in your class. All right, so you guys, with that being said, I do want to introduce you to the games that I have. I already said this is umlabalaba. We all know umlabalaba. You can ask, kids my age, you can ask them about this, what shape do you guys see on this game, and which one is the smallest, which one is the biggest, which one is bigger than the other, so that they get to talk to you before you even use your tokens. You can use just about anything. The other ones could use beads or anything really. So then this side, this is your normal day-to-day worksheet, but then you want to make it more interesting. I no longer use this for my almost 6-year-old. He used this when he was really very young. So I wonder if it can still be rubbed off, because it's been here for like ages now. So they just do the usual. Don't ask me why do I have different of these things, but they find it very interesting as well. So anything goes with kids, guys. And also this is for patterning, and I'm not going to go through each and every one of them because of time. If you've taught them patterning, then you can by all means use that as well, so that your kids be introduced to many things. All right, so this one here is Onogaza ngeXhosa in Xhosa. I know that many people would know this game, but they might not recognize it, because I have come to the level of the 20s, honey, because I mean, our kids, like I said, they highly stimulated these people. You can't just take anything and you just write like we used to back in the days. Now you must put it nicely. It's nicely arranged. It's a game that it starts from 1 to 21. You can do it anyhow. It can start from 1 to 10 or 1 to 20 or 1 to any number, really. And your child will have to count. This helps with number recognition, you guys. And your child must be able to count from 1 to 21 using this. They must literally look for these numbers here. Or you can even ask them, where is the number 10? Where is the number 8? Where is the number 20? And they have to look for those numbers. For kids, that is strenuous, and it's very good for number recognition, like I said. And I mean, you must use just about any excuse to expose your children to numbers and make the numbers nice and interesting. Like, for instance, here I have some activities that I would use just using a normal cardboard. But when it comes to the numbers, I will make sure I put some effort. A child must be interested, and even when the way I would write it, it must be nice and interesting. You see those shiny, shiny things? They love that. And I also created for another activity some nice numbers. You call them flower numbers. I call them flower numbers. You can do something like that. It's very good for them to be as exposed to the numbers as much as possible. And yes, I have very interesting games here. You see, this one, you can just, in fact, you need a die. This is a die. When it's 2, it's called dice. But when it's 1, it's called a die. So you just do this. Oh, yeah, the number 1, mommy. Okay, let's look for the number 1. And then they go and do that. And then they do that. If they go to the same number, you must just be creative. Find anything. They can go, oops, I did it again, or anything. And then they play, oops, I did it again. Kids love those things. And they will find really it as an interesting game when they stuff like that. Okay, then what number is that? 1, 2, 3, mommy. And then you go 1, 2, 3 when they've looked for the number 3. And then in fact, you can even use your pom-poms or fluffy balls, whatever you call them, and then you put them. And then when you're done, have everything filled out, then you can have them count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not written here. Your child must write it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they write the number 6 here. They write the number 5 here, the number 4, the number 6, or rather the number 2, 3, up to 0 when there is. In fact, you're probably not going to use this ones of mine, but I'm just showing that you must have something that is interesting for them. It's just them filling in the missing word 1, 2. What number must be here? What number comes after 2, or what number comes before 3? Before 4 rather. They need to know those kind of things. And this is also just as interesting. I think some of these are self-explanatory, but yes, you can use. Wait, my boy, I'm busy. Thank you so much. That's beautiful. Keep it, my boy. I will see it just now. All right, so you can just have them. This is for fine motor skills. So you can have them put buttons all the way. I don't know why my child did this, but yes, you just have to have them put buttons all the way from this to the end, and those are circles. I don't know why he was doing this. Now you can't see properly, but I hope that you get the idea. It's for fine motor skills. It depending on the child's age or level of thinking, then you will know that these are the kind of games that I can, for instance, here, you can make these numbers bigger as opposed to, because now by my almost 6-year-old, I just simply do this. I no longer have him saying or counting for me 1 plus 1. Really, what's the use? Or I can just put a nice 2 there, or a nice 2 and a 1, and so forth and so on. And you really like have very good games here. I think I should make a video for going into details about these games, actually, because I love them. They helped me a lot in my teaching and learning, because these kids, they end up liking them as well, and they, without them knowing, they are learning. Actually, this one here, they just have to write the number 1 as well, and then shade once. Here, write the number 2, shade twice, the number 3, shade thrice, and so forth and so on. Here, they introducing them to more or less and equal. It's so interesting, you guys. You can literally teach just about anything to your children, but dumb it down, have it go to the level of your child as you know them. And this is multiplication, very interesting as well, how you go about doing that. This is my love. I started making board games by making this one, you guys. This is where I was actually going to not stop until I get there. All right, so guys, before I make this video too long, I will not even explain my my love. This is the board. I hope you see it. It's not very clean, but I like this board. I keep it clean. But these kids, for instance, now they even use dough on it yesterday. But how you keep it clean, you just clean it normally and then paint it now and again, and different colors. For instance, I just looked at different colors. I could put yellow or pink this side, and just to have them always interested. Okay, you guys, then you must have counters of any many different kind of counters. You could have these ones, you could have these ones, you could have just about any counters, but different counters, because that will help them also to be interested in the thinking and in the whatever that you the counting or the activities, whatever activities that you give them. All right, you guys, bye for now. I will see you soon.